Ashraf Achoth, the director of the prominent and renowned Tutorial Institute, Global Education Center.
Hello. A girl wanted to make a tea when she is alone in her house. Her mom was in office. She called her mom and asked each and every step for making tea. Her mom explained what to do first, what to do next and everything. She took water and placed on the stove. She poured milk and she put enough tea powder, sugar, everything. But waited and waited, the tea is not boiling. She called her mom and asked, "Mama, the tea is not boiling and I can't prepare tea. What happened?" The thing was, she forgot to ignite the stove. This is what is happening in our life. We have all the informations. We know everything. Whatever you require, everything is there on your fingertip. But after all, after getting all the informations, why we are not able to do anything? Why you are not getting the success we want to be? Why we are planning for success and getting failure which is not planned for? The thing is the lack of the ignition. Mathematics words, we can say it is like a number with a 1 and many zeros. If you erase that 1, that 0 has no meaning. If that ignition is there, then everything has its own meaning and your life also is meaningful. Now the question arises, how to get this ignition? Actually, there are many factors in your life which you depend on. The first is environment. What's environment? You think of your life. You take an audit of your environment. How is your house? Are you getting positive feedback from house or negative feedbacks? You think about your friends. What kind of environment you are getting in your school? What about your way to school? What about your other environments you have? Just take an audit of that. So that affects your studies and that affects your life. Secondly, the behavior. Behavior means how do you respond to your environment? You just take an audit of your behavior. How do you respond to your parents? How do you respond to your talks of your friends? How do you respond to your teachers? How do you respond to your other environmental factors? Are you just reacting to what's happening on you or are you thinking and responding to that? This is what is your behavior. Thirdly, your skills and capabilities. Actually, in schools and most of the tuition centers, they work on skills and capabilities only. They don't see the other factors which affects the studies or life of a child. What's your skill? You think about your skill. What all you can do and in what you are good. Which all areas you are good at. This is your skill and capabilities. Just take an audit of that. Then after that, your belief comes. What is your belief about your family? What's your belief about the school? What's your belief about your life? What's your belief about your future? The next is your identity. You have actually your gender identity, your national identity, your religious identity, but above all, you have a different identity, a unique identity. You are unique in this world. You have your own identity and you have to make an identity for you. So you just think about your identity. Who am I now? Who am I? That's your identity. Then after all this, you have a purpose in your life. You know, you can set goals for 1 year, you can set goals for 5 years. If you set a very big long-term goal like after 5 years, maybe 10 years or life goal, that is called purpose of your life. You think about your purpose of your life. You are living for what? To make money or to serve the world, or after getting everything what you want, what are you going to do to the society? So this is your purpose of your life. Think about this. all of these things affect your future, affect your studies, affect your scores in exams. Now you have taken an audit of all the factors which affect your life. Now you know what is environment and how do you behave to that environment. One thing I have to say is, when you choose your friends, or when you choose your school, when you choose your tuition center, whatever, you have to choose which is giving you a positive environment for studies. In Global Education Center, I can tell you that all the teachers we see, we understand the mind of the students, the factors which are affecting the studies, and they all teach NLP oriented. That's why the students join Global Education Center, they always get high scores in exams. We have many examples for that. Last year, for example, I can say in 2016-17 board exam, in maths, 30% of the students got more than 90%. More than 90% mark. It is not 2, 3, 4 students. 30% of the total students got more than 90% mark. And one student who got 40 marks in the first term exam, and he joined Global Education Center, and for board exam he got 95 marks. He may be watching this video. So like this, many examples are there. 3 years back, one teacher of a school in Doha, he resigned after first term. His students, a few students came to Global Education Center, and the other part of the other students went to another leading institute. I can tell you the story of one girl who came to Global Education Center, and she explained this story after examination, board examination. After getting marks, she came here and she explained about these things. She and her friend, another girl, she came to Global, and her friend went to the other leading institute. They were getting 60 marks around before first term and for first term exam also. Then after that, this girl got around 85, 90 like that, and the other girl still stayed in 60. Then for board exam, the 3 years back, that was the toughest exam ever from CBSE, and this girl got 90 out of 100 for maths in 12th board exam, and the other girl got same 65 marks for board exam. You know that the purpose of this video is not only to motivate you towards studies. I have a plan to give one tip of mathematics in every video. Today, I am going to explain you about the difference between principal solutions of trigonometric equation and principal argument of a complex number. Often even teachers get confused in this. I got feedback from the students. First, trigonometric equation. Let's consider the trigonometric equation. Sin theta is equal to -half. You know that principal solution lies from 0 to 2 pi. 0 is included, 2 pi is not included, because 2 pi is equal to 0 once counted. So 0 to 2 pi, that means one rotation. Now sin theta is equal to -half. Sin theta is negative in the third and fourth quadrant. To find the values, we have values here, alpha, or theta is equal to alpha, theta is equal to pi minus alpha, theta is equal to pi plus alpha, theta is equal to 2 pi minus alpha, when you take the interval from 0 to 2 pi. Here, what's alpha? Alpha is the value of theta which you get when you put modulus for this. If sin theta is equal to modulus of -half, That is, if sin theta is equal to half, what's the value of theta? Theta is equal to pi by 6. So that value is alpha. So alpha is the value you get when you put modulus for the value of sin theta. Now when alpha is equal to pi by 6 and sin theta in negative, that is in the third and fourth quadrant, theta will be pi plus alpha, which is pi by 6, and 2 pi minus pi by 6. It can be simplified. Another example, tan x is equal to 1. Tan x is equal to modulus 1, so alpha is equal to pi by 4. Then to get x is equal to, since tan x is positive, it should be in the first or third quadrant. So theta is equal to alpha, which is pi by 4, or it can be pi plus alpha, pi plus pi by 4. These are the principal solutions. Often this is confused with principal argument of a complex number. Any complex number, x plus iy, can be written as r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Here r is the modulus of complex number and theta is the argument or amplitude of the complex number. This argument is not usual argument. It came from the name argand. You find first tan theta. Tan theta is actually y by x. For finding that, you take tan alpha is equal to modulus of y by x. And here theta value lies in between minus pi and pi. We don't include minus pi, we include pi. So remember, the principal solution lies from 0 to 2 pi. This also is a rotation. Minus pi to 0, 0 to pi, one rotation, but it starts from here. When you take negative angle, it is 0 to negative pi and 0 to pi. So in this, theta is equal to alpha in the first quadrant, theta is equal to pi minus alpha in the second quadrant. That's same because it's 0 to pi. In principal solution of trigonometry, it is pi to 2 pi, but here it is 0 to negative pi. So you have to take the negative of these two. So here will be theta is equal to negative alpha, and here will be theta is equal to negative of this, or alpha minus pi. Take an example. Z is equal to 3 minus 3i. Tan alpha is equal to modulus of b by a. So it is 1. If tan alpha is equal to 1, alpha is equal to pi by 4. Now, principal argument. How to find the principal argument? See, this is in which quadrant? This is the x coordinate, that is real number, and this is imaginary part. So real is x and imaginary is y. If x is positive and y is negative, x is positive and y is negative. This is in the fourth quadrant. So theta is equal to minus alpha. This is how you find theta. Then this can be given in the polar form. That is r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Hope you understood the topic. Thank you very much for listening to me. Please like this video and like my previous videos. Thank you very much.